Many creatives today face this challenge of making progress every day and achieving their dreams. You'll agree with me that sometimes it's really challenging to feel like you're making progress every day. In this video, I want to talk about three very important things I think you need to keep at the front of your mind that will hopefully guide you towards making progress and achieving your dreams. Three things that will help you to be more, to do more, and to have more. And I'm going to talk about those things in that same structure. First of all, let's talk about being more. Being more has to do with your identity. You see, it's your identity that influences your behavior. If you have a strong sense of identity, it dictates how you behave because you would most likely behave in alignment with who you see yourself as. If you see yourself as a footballer, you're going to be more interested in things around football. You go for practice sessions, you'd follow all the news in football. If you see yourself as a disciplined creative, then this is going to dictate the way you approach your everyday work as a creative. So the first thing to settle is your identity. Settle it in your mind who you are or who you want to be. For instance, a couple of years ago, I decided I was going to transition my career from public health and, medical stuff to visual communication. And I put it out there for the whole world to know that I see myself as a visual communication expert. And that dictated the way I led my life in the last few years. It dictated the kind of courses I watched, the kind of videos I watched on YouTube, the kind of things I got interested in. And I always say that if you really want to become something, you have to first, if you look at that word, become, you have to be it and then it will come to pass. So first of all, develop a very strong sense of identity. Settle it in your mind who you want to be. You want to be the best photographer in your area, then that is your identity. You're a professional photographer. You want to be the most friendly photographer or the most easy to get along with or the photographer that clients love, then let that be your identity. See yourself as that person. So the second thing is to do more. Be more, do more. Do more has to do with putting in the work. It talks about repetition. You have to be willing to repeat certain tasks every day, developing good habits, developing good practices around the thing that you want to achieve. So if your dream is to become the next best filmmaker, then you know that you're going to have to shoot every day or work towards producing a film every day. You have to probably spend time studying, watching tutorials, watching the greats, watching behind the scenes, listening to great directors, people who have acted movies that you like, find out more about the production process. So every day you have to do something. And you can't give up, you can't be discouraged. You have to do. To see what you want to see, you have to first of all be a doer. All right, so the doing part, the second part talks about your activity. How much time do you spend in a day practicing what you want to achieve? How much time do you spend in a day doing what you say you want to do? So put in the work. And the last thing is having more, which is the actualization part. And I must tell you that in that framework, be more, do more, have more. Have more is more like the results or the outcomes of the first part. When you spend time working on your identity, defining who you want to be, and you spend time putting in the work, the rest comes like a natural consequence. You eventually have more. You have more impact. You have more clients. You have more money. You have more results. So it's a strategy. It's a step-by-step thing. You start with your identity, settle it in your mind who you want to be, then put in the work. Make sure that a week doesn't go by, a day doesn't go by where you are not doing something that aligns with that identity. And then lastly, having more is going to come as a byproduct. It's going to come as a result. And so that is a 3-step, or should I say 2 steps and then the result. So it's 2 steps and result. And, we could talk a little bit more about having more, but I want to keep this video short. And I just want you to remember that the key or the secret or the way to moving from somebody who is just a dreamer, who just hopes and aspires to achieve something, to actually becoming that person is to use this framework. Be more, do more, have more, which is what this channel is all about, really. Be more talks about your identity, the mindset. How do you see yourself? How do you see the tools at your disposal? How do you see your gear? How do you see your craft? How do you see your YouTube channel? Do you see your YouTube channel as just something to make money, or is it something you want to use to tell stories and make impact? How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as somebody who is going to make impact? Do you see yourself as talented? Do you see yourself as skillful? Do you see yourself as someone that has something to say and to share? And then the next thing is to do it, right? If you say that this is who you are, then let's see the work. If you say you're a photographer, let's see you taking photos. If you say you're a filmmaker, let's see you shooting, practicing every day. It will dictate the kind of videos you watch, how you spend your time. Are you going to spend your time playing video games, or are you going to spend your time in the studio? And then lastly, the having more part is a byproduct. If you do the first part well, then you see yourself having more and actually becoming that person that you say you want to be. So I hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you enjoyed it and if I made some sense, and if you learned something. Please be sure to share this video with any other person you know out there who is trying to be more, to do more, and to have more. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.